Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Terrence here, back at it yet again with another video. I hope it's in focus. Yes, it is. And we're rolling. Yeah, that's how I shoot my videos. I shoot my videos totally raw, right? Unscripted and unedited. A little bit scripted, but not much. Just the point is I have to talk about, right? That I collect throughout the day. So hi guys, how are you guys doing? So today we're going to talk about a few more topics that will help us, basically lead a much more fruitful and happier life, right? There are certain things we can do, right? And it's not one or two things, right? It's an amalgamation of things that we learn, little from here, little from there, right? So today is going to be one of those topics. So we're going to talk about five types of fake friends, five types of fake friends that you need to avoid at any cost. I mean, if you see them coming, you run in the opposite directions, right? It's better than facing them head on, because it's most of the times it's probably it's a waste of your time and their time as well. If you see them coming, run in the opposite direction, right? So let's start with the first one, right? So the first one, I just named the types of friends, so I couldn't get, what do you say, names or categories for these kinds of people, but it's just what came to my mind. So the first type of fake friend that you should avoid is the complimenter, right? So these are the kinds of people who will even if you're, I'll just give you an example, okay? Not necessarily, but most of the time you will see these kinds of people. Let's say you have done something wrong. Let's say, I don't know, you punch someone in the face by accident while making, I don't know, a TikTok video or something, right? They will still compliment you for that, right? And it's quite evident that they're probably just faking that compliment that they're giving to you, right? So they're being very kind, and they're trying to put on a show, basically, right? Of wherein they're greeting you or rewarding you with verbal, I don't know, verbal rewards, or some sort of compliments, wherein they feel like they have to do that to maintain a level of friendship, right? So these kind of people are putting on the show, right? By rewarding you with compliments verbally, right? As it can be non-verbally as well, right? Just so that they can stay friends with you. Now their agenda can be anything, right? But a big giveaway is when, let's say, you've screwed up really badly, and even you know yourself that you've bloody been wrong, you're bloody wrong in terms of what you've done, right? But they'll still compliment you. So if you see these kinds of friends who are giving you compliments 24/7, just run in the opposite directions, because they have ulterior motives and alternate agendas in your mind. Okay, so that's the first one. So the second one, I just named this group as the manipulators, right? The Did that sound right? Manipulators, or is it manipulators? Yeah. So these category of people, right? They will do. If I have to give you an example of what kind of people these are, right? These are people who are go-getters in life. However, they don't give two shits about other human beings, or people around them, or anything in between them and their goal, right? So they will do anything to achieve their goal. And when I mean anything, I don't mean like anything in a positive way. I mean, they can even, rat you down, or basically rat you down, or do anything in your team, or do anything in your surrounding or in your friendship circles to prove that they are correct, right? They don't care about your feelings, in terms of your feelings of friendship, or it can be anything, your I don't know, your day-to-day activities, right? Your humility, etc. They can take that down any point of time. So they will do this by manipulating evidence, basically. So I just want to give you an example. So let's say I'm just giving you a Hollywood or a Bollywood kind of example. So let's say there's a shot of a crime scene, right? And they know that it's, hey, look, it's someone else. It's not even me, and it's not even my friend, which is in this case me, right? The friend is not even me, and it's not even him. But for himself to look good, he will plant evidence of mine there, even though it's not him, right? But he wants to act like the hero who uncovered the secret, or proved that he was all great and almighty, right? So these people will manipulate your situations, your words, your actions, your environments around you, just so that they can achieve their goal. They don't care about how you feel, or what your intentions are, etc., right? So please be very wary of such kind of people. The second one was the manipulator. So the third one, my phone locked. I do make small points here and there, right? So the third category of people, I call them as the social monkeys. So it's very rare. I would say around 20% in your lifetime is when you will find these kinds of people, right? But they are prevalent, trust me. So it's these kind of people who will I'll give you an example, right? A friend of mine had pinged, let's go to, I mean, I haven't even met that person, right? I haven't even like, I mean, I had been in touch with this person past many years ago, right? But one day they just messaged me, hey, look, let's meet up here at this pub. I mean, like, you were not even there, and now you want to meet up so that you have someone to tag along with you for your shenanigans, right? I hope you get what I'm trying to say, right? So I call them the social monkeys because they won't do anything, they won't harm you directly, but they kind of like using you, not like a facade, but as an instrument for them to show that, I have company, or I have a sort of a group around me, right? And it's kind of that. So it's kind of weird to describe it, but I think so the statement makes it clear. It's the social monkeys are those people who will tag along with you, or ask you to tag along with them. Sorry, ask you to tag along with them, so that they can achieve their status symbol in whatever they do, right? So it's basically these kind of people who like brag about what they've done along with their groupies as such, right? So that's the third kind of people that you are. They're quite rare, but you will still find them nowadays, right? The social monkeys. So the fourth kind of person is quite strange, and it's also kind of weird once you realize, because at the beginning you'll not realize this kind of person in the fourth category. So I just name these people as the mimics. The mimics are the people who want to act like you because, I don't know, they want to be themselves and be you and be everyone else as well, right? So I'll give you an example. So you go into, let's say, a function when you're catching up with your old buddies or your old mates or your family, friends, etc., whatever, right? So let's say your what do I say, your day-to-day job, or your passions or something, you're talking to a couple of friends of yours, right, or your family members, right? So even though this person has no clue about this topic, he will try to talk about that as well as what he does. So it's like, I'm also a software engineer, but I'm also I know a civil engineer as well, right? Just because you are a civil engineer, just giving an example, right? And you start throwing knowledges in terms of, let's say as an example, hypothetically I was a civil engineer, I'm just saying an example, right? And let's say I'm discussing about my works in the civil authorities as such, and that person would then climb in and then start giving me examples, hey, look, this is how you do it, this is how it's been done, this is how I feel you should do it, right? So they're trying to mimic you in terms of what you do and what your intentions are, and also be themselves at the same time. So when you find that out, right, or when someone tells you that, hey, this person is doing this, he's trying to behave like you, and it's quite strange, but it doesn't, you don't get it immediately, but over a period of 15 to 20 minutes when you're talking to this person in a group or in a conversation, you will definitely realize who these people are. So that's why I just named them as the mimics, because they try to be you and they try to be themselves also, and it's kind of strange, and to be honest, it's quite cringe-worthy as well, right? So that's the fourth kind of people. So the last category for today is, I mean, this is quite simple, but these are the pretenders, and they are also the most prevalent. Like if I told you the social monkeys are like 20% or even 10%, these people are like the 90 or 95% of kinds of fake friends that you would find in life. So these are the pretenders, right? So they will pretend, let's say you're having a conversation with them, right, and you're genuinely interested in that person because you're meeting them after a long time, or you're having a conversation with a group of friends, right? You spoke to them about what you do or whatever, right? And their responses most of the times are like a little more than satisfying in terms of their interest, because it's like, oh yes, you do this, oh yes. So I'm just trying to give out that verbal, the visual expression of those kind of people, but they'll be pretending to be interested in what you're trying to say, right? So if you have a real friend, he'll call you on your BS and he'll call you out on your you know, on your even betters or even your positives, right? But this person firstly gives that verbal expression of looking like this, like an ass, but also but also has that sarcastic reply to him. So they are pretending to be really interested all the time, right? And that comes out to be real fake, and it's quite evident, and most of the world is filled with that, to be honest, right? Because again, like one of the previous categories I just mentioned, these people also have ulterior motives because they've learned that they have to pretend to be nice to you, right? Or pretend to be nice to the world so that they get something out of it. um, so I sound like a like a psychologist or something, like a, what do you call, like it's like a therapy session here, but it's not, trust me. It's quite I think so everyone has been through this, right? So handling these kind of people, the pretenders, right? It's like if you realize that that person is in this category, you can't help it, because these people have realized that in order to go forward, they have to behave in such a way wherein they're accepted by others, and and the way they're chosen to do that is be a lot more interested than what they actually are while in a conversation or while in debates or whatever, right? So just to summarize the 5 kinds of categories of fake friends that you should run away immediately you see from, or if you know them. Let's say in the first meeting you came to know this person was in this category, so then the next time you see them, run away from them as far as possible. So the first, just to summarize what I said, so the first one was the complimenters, right? The second one was the manipulators. The third one are the social monkeys. The fourth ones are the mimics, and the fifth ones are the pretenders, right? That was quite exhausting. So that's it for today, guys. So let me know how you all felt in terms of the video for today. Leave your suggestions in comments. I'm not seeing any comments. Please feel free to leave your suggestions if you have time, if you have liked this video, or even if you've disliked this video, you can dislike it. If you liked it, you liked it. That always gives me feedback in terms of what I can improve on, right? Right, so, and also videos will be like this, a lot more face to camera kind of situations, right? Because I just want to be myself and just talk to you guys throughout the day, and let you guys know as to what's running in my mind at that particular point of time, and hopefully the information I gave here will help you guys out a little more than it helped me as well, right? So like I said, feel free to like, subscribe, share. Please do subscribe. I'm seeing my analytics, a lot of you are watching my videos but not subscribing. Go ahead and subscribe. It really means a lot, right? Also, let me know if you all have any suggestions in terms of content that you all need to see from me, or that you all feel that I can deliver to you all. Yeah guys, so I guess that's it. Until then, keep it real, and God save the Queen.